Hey there, comic friends and fiends. It's Rob, and I'm back from local San Jose Con. Um, so I thought I had a bunch of stuff, so I thought let's go live. Let's share what I got. If you're interested in hopping in and joining this while we do so, the link there is for the StreamYard and the hop on in, help yourself. So I live, as I've said several times, I live here in the Silicon Valley area, and there's been a Silicon Valley Comic Con for several years, but it got taken over by Adam Savage, and it's become complete and a joke. Actually, hey Digger, how you doing? Um, hi, welcome. Feel free to hop on into the StreamYard if you'd like. Steven, how you doing? So the Silicon Valley Comic Con that got taken over by Adam Savage and has become such a maker fair slash tech fair to point where like I've seen pictures that are coming out there on their social media feed, and you'll notice like they're very carefully staged so you can never see any of the crowds because there aren't any crowds there. I mean, I've seen some really horrible pictures at the Silicon Valley Comic Con, including one of poor Lou Ferrigno sitting at this table with nobody around him. But that's because there's no comics there and nobody wants to go see that. So instead, what happened is all the comic group people, they got together and they formed on the same weekend the San Jose Con, and this was their first annual San Jose Con in the hotel. It was like $10 to get in. They had a big ballroom full of stuff, and of course your boy here pays the extra money so I can be a VIP, so I can get in there early to go scope out the stuff ahead of time. How we doing there, guys? Let's see. We got Freaky Louie here for some con adventures of James Willie. How you doing? Again, if anybody wants to hop in and be a part and just kind of hang out and chat while we do this, feel free to hit the StreamYard thing and hop on in. So I have a mix of stuff that while I was looking around there. So some of the artists, first of all, Frank Cho was there, and Sam Del Rosa. Those were the two big guys, and of course, so Frank Cho, I got a bunch of stuff there. Had him sign a book, and Sam Del Rosa had him. I had an extra copy of Lethal Protector 1 that was, near mint condition, so had him sign it. He could get a remark for $20, so had him do a remark on it, and then picked up a Venom #1 sketch cover for the most recent Volume 4 that Sam De La Rosa did. Freaking awesome. Those, unfortunately, I can't show them off because they went with this to CBCS for the witnessed grading. But anyways, let's go through some of these con adventure stuff. We'll start at the some of the stuff that Freaky loves, the deal diving, and then we'll go to some of the bigger stuff that I picked up there. Man, hey guys, how you guys doing there? Joffrey, welcome. So the first book, there was they had a bunch. I didn't really do any dollar bin diving. I mean, there were a bunch of dollar bin books. The wall always changes, James. So there was a bunch of booths that had dollar bin books, but I looked at them and they were just like raw books thrown in boxes. They looked like beat dogs, and I didn't want to fight with the masses over those. But there was a lot of other booths that had like $3 books bins and $5 bins and half price bins and whatnot that we went through. So one of the like $3 bin books I picked up was the original X-Men issue number 10. I'm assuming this is, I don't even know what this is. I just assumed it was like reprinting of the originals, but I was like, oh dude, look at that old classic looking X-Men, $3. What add it to the stack. Piece of cake. And the other $3 book I picked up was I love my sci-fi, some 50-cent mystery in space. We got kaiju, we got freaking people's rocket ships, we got everything going on there. Awesome cover. $3. Add it to the stack. Then so these were all in like the $5 bin stack, and these are all like 8590s. It looks like recently we just saw the news that Jim Shooter signed over his over his Secret Wars to Marvel. Of course, he'd said that he actually was a work for hire at the time, so he had no claim to it whatsoever, and was willing to sign the paperwork for free. But Marvel insisted on giving him at least $10,000, and so he's he's officially signed over the Secret War stuff, and of course, rumors about making a whole movie and stuff like that. So time to pick up some more of these. I already have issues 3 and issues 8. Surprisingly, I don't have the run here, so picked up some of the books there. Issue 2, of course, issue 4, Hulk holding up the world for everybody there. Issue 5. I didn't grab issue 1. They had an issue 1, but he wanted like $25 for it, and it had a dog-eared corner and stuff. And I was like, I can get that for better price somewhere else. I'll just stick with these $5 books. And of course, I ended up, because I grabbed a stack of these, I didn't pay $5 a piece for it. We ended up getting a couple of these for free, because that's what we do, right? This one was the only one that wasn't in the $5 bin. But I think the way it negotiated down, I think I ended up paying $5 for this one. So cool there. Oh yeah, here's another one. Another Secret Wars number 9. So just grab a stack of those things, because you can't go wrong with that, with potential rumors of movies and everything else going. Plus, it's just a fun. Secret Wars was a fun thing. I mean, it's so it's a piece that really defines our transition into the modern age of comics, with Secret Wars and the kickoff of, even though there were big events before that, what's kind of recognized as the granddaddy of the big crossover events. Again, if anybody's interested in hopping in and joining us, you're welcome to do so. Oh, okay. So here we go. This was cool. There was a guy had some older books. Check this out. These are really hard to find. This is a gold key book. They're getting harder and harder to find. The Addams Family. Look at it. And this is in such great condition. Love the Addams Family. They're creaky and they're kooky. They're all together spooky. Awesome stuff there. That's a couple bucks. What a deal. Here's one that was in the half price bin, so it was $7. Alpha Flight number 1. Had to pick that up. Great condition. There's a couple there's one color breaking spine tick, and then there's a couple others here. Digger, how you doing there, sir?
That Addams Family look cool.
Yeah, it is.
I've never seen that.
Yeah. These are awesome. Gold key.
Nice.
They're not all that common as Hanna-Barbera Addams Family books. And it's got a few, it's probably a 7, maybe a 6.5. I'll dig myself some Addams Family.
There you go.
Oh, and Louie, you're going to love this one, brother. So this next book, this was in a box. It said price as marked. Love price as marked. So this is New Mutants, right? The second print. But so there's one price that's there that had 15, but it had another price. Let's see if I can get that on there. It says 50 cents. I got it for 50 cents. Because I sat there and said, no. It says price is marked as 50 cents, brother. It's clear as all day. So yeah, picked that one up for 50 cents. That's great. And
Hey,
then of course,
Nas.
yeah, no fucking way. Yeah, he was not happy. He was
Yeah.
not happy about that at all. But that's all right. It wasn't like I only picked up one book from him, but still. And of course, this is a J. Scott Campbell cover, ASM cover that I just didn't have in my collection, and I couldn't believe it. I've always loved this book. So I just picked this one. This is also in the half price bin, so $5.
Oh, that's worth it.
Oh heck yeah! I mean, it looks clean. On the surface, everything is it's probably 9.4. So all day long, J. Scott Campbell, Mary Jane, love it. Had to pick myself up for $10. Pick myself up another copy of number 500 there. I'm going to go to this way. How's this?
There you go. And big in it.
Yeah, we'll just make it like this. So
I don't have a lot of ASM, but that looks sick. That cover looks amazing.
Yeah, it's another J. Scott Campbell cover.
Man.
Okay. As much as I hate this story, this is all straight up spec books right here.
Okay.
Because I hate this story. But we got our teases from the movie, right? So one more day, $6 for this one here. This one's a little bit rough. It's got some color breaking spine ticks alongside, quite a few of them actually. But this one doesn't. Grab that one there. And these I got all as a bundle. So the other cover, one more day. I can't like this because this is where we take Mary Jane's break up that marriage. But you know what? I'm gonna grab them.
Yeah, had to have some drama in there somewhere.
Well, what's funny is I'm seeing these books are like going 30, 40, $50 right now on eBay. So I got like all 4 of these for 20.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
I'm gonna pick those up.
I mean, you can always throw them in a mystery box or something there, do
another
run.
Yeah, exactly.
Put them in your pull box if you don't want them.
So this was just a roundup. This is just a filler book for my collection. The price was right. Batman, $224.
Is that Neil Adams? I don't know.
$224.
I don't know if that's Neil Adams.
Not seeing a sig on it.
Okay.
Bundle always. Yeah, it's hard. I can't say for certain. This is all from San Jose Con, Nos. So here in San Jose. Yeah, you can't really help yourself when it comes to SM. Also, I'm working on my Batman sub 300 run, so picking up a pretty nice. This one's got a couple minor color. So it's got some stuff around the staple, and it has a faint color breaking crease that kind of goes through up and through here, but it's so minor. And it really doesn't matter. I'm not going to get this one. I'm not going to likely to get this graded. This is just my raw copy run of Batman books that I'm picking up, trying to complete those runs. So sometimes the first appearance of a book of a villain or a character starts getting crazy. So you got to go for the second appearances, right? So Riddler is one of those characters right now. So I go grab the second Silver Age appearance. The first Silver Age appearance, pretty high up there, but I was able to grab this book for like $20.
That's a cool cover.
So hey Joe. So what we did is I was just filling people in here. I went to the local con, picked up a bunch of freaking books, and we're just kind of going through some of the stuff we got there. So this book though. Oh, hold on. Okay, so second appearance as well. Keeping that theme. So here's our second appearance of Poison Ivy. So this book was $30.
What number is that?
This is 183. Wow. So 181 is the first appearance of Poison Ivy, and it's 183. Right. So I actually have a copy of this, but at $30, I couldn't really, and again, this is what it's tagged at right now, but I know on all these things, I bought multiple books and negotiated bundles. So I paid less than $30 for it.
Sure.
So I couldn't leave it in the bin, right, for somebody else to get it. How could
you robbed a con?
Here's another second appearance. How about the second appearance of Morbius?
Holy crap!
With Morbius misspelled on the cover, it's Morubus.
Yeah, Morubus.
Our second appearance.
Pointed that out a while back, and I was like, I had to do a double take. I was like, my God, it is spelled wrong.
Yeah, this book is clean. I saw this book, I couldn't believe it. It is so clean. It's probably, I mean, we're talking, as I'm looking at it now, it's got a little bit, maybe it's an 8.5, 8.0, 8.5.
Pretty good.
But
for its age, that's really good.
Well, and again, I'm just finding it in a bin, right? This wasn't like on the wall up there. These are in the bins of books that you're going through. So, it's a great freaking book to grab. I said, I'll pick that one up. This was a book this next one here, this is a big boy book.
Okay.
Now, I didn't spend big boy money because this book is rough.
Okay.
It has seen better days, but and I know my man Louis understands that sometimes you just got to do what you got to do so that you could own a copy. And I debated hard on this book because he had a $50 tag on this book. And what's up, Digital Romanian Rob? So he had a $50 tag on this book, and I ended up talking him down to $35. And it is, we talked about the second appearance of Poison Ivy. It's the first appearance of Poison Ivy. So we got water staining. We have a lot of issues with the cover missing and color chunking, everything else. And it's missing the centerfold poster. And the cover is detached.
Okay, well, see, that's what I was going to ask you because, Burke went and did a whole video on how he bought a book and he paid you see that video?
No,
he paid
I didn't.
He when he went to what was it, Planet Con or something? He paid $500 for this book and took it home that day, went about his business, and came back like a day or two later after the con was over and opened it up, and it was missing all kind of stuff. It had rips in the back page. Luckily, he was able to contact the guy.
Fortunately, so this guy had this note. This note was actually taped to the front of the book. He didn't have it even hidden on the back. I moved it to the back.
Right.
So he had this on the front, and the front simply straight up says, first appearance, Poison Ivy, missing centerfold poster, impact story, cover detached. So he's like, oh, look, it's a book, but the price is what it is because the condition. But right now, this book has gotten so ridiculous that it's going for that at $35 for a book that'll grade out at a 0.5, it's freaking worth it. It's crazy, but I'll pay $35 for it. Now I can say I at least own a copy of first and second appearance of Poison Ivy, right? Nice. All right, before I get into some more cool of those silver ones, I want to show you something else here. So these are some other. Look at this. These are bigger size boards. Golden Age. You like Harvey Comics?
There you go.
How about The Phantom? Oh, yeah. Look at that.
What's that, like 1940 something?
I think this was 50. This is issue 26. It's probably like 1950. 1950. Yeah, these Harvey hits and stuff, but still, I mean, he's obviously an old character, but that's just it's still 10-cent goodness. Actually, might be late 40s since it's 10-cent goodness there. What about her third appearance? I might have her third appearance already, but and how about this one? Spymaster. Freaking straight up atomic age goodness here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freaking robotic Spymaster with freaking that electro robot hand of the spy man and working on that bomb. But so this is issue number 1.
The first agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Right? So you get issue number 1. Well, you might as well pick up issue number 2.
There you go. He's fighting the eye guy.
And what about issue number 3? So issues 1, 2, and 3, Harvey Comics' Top Secret Adventures of Spy-Man. We got a big old robot cover on that. You have straight up atomic bombs on this. This is gold, man. This is just tickles me so amazingly. I love these. This is so cool. His robotic hand, X-ray finger. He's got, hey, Joe, this is what you need, man. This is it for. He's got an X-ray finger. He's got a blaster. He's got a recorder, a controller, a magnet, and a camera. This is the blueprint for Nick.
There you go. You need to make one of them fingers for Nick, or all 5. Joe, he can just pop one off.
He can become the Spy Man. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, I'm sorry. Here's another Harvey comic, because you got to take any great superhero has to be related to an animal or some sort, right? So why not the Bee Man? And he's like, gosh. I'm a bee. I'm going to sting you. These were just so great. There's this guy. I mean, he was like super. These were all like his old personal collection that he had from when he was growing up, that he was selling it because his kids and his grandkids don't want his comics. And he was a huge Harvey Comics guy. And so he had like all these things. I was like, oh, dude, B-Man issue number 1, Spy-Man issue number 1. Dude, I had to. This is just great.
You had to do it. You had to pull the trigger.
Fuck. No doubt. All right. Now we get into some more serious books here. Because we be working those ASM sub 100s. He looks like Buzz Off from He-Man. There you go. You know, so I really was sad, man. I'm like probably the only person who hadn't asked you for your list of books that you were looking for on your team ups. Every booth I went to had huge runs
of team ups.
Of team ups. It was like everywhere I went. I was like, man.
I think I'm down to like 15 now, and a couple of them are. I mean, obviously I don't have number 1, but there's some in the middle there that I don't have in the teens that I'm gonna have to get. But I got to go through it and then redo it, and I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
if you come across it.
What's funny is like the only one I considered picking up, I came across another, I think it's 95, First Mockingbird.
Yeah, sure. That's a good one to have.
Yeah, I have one in 9.6, I think, slabbed. There was a raw copy for like $20 that I thought about it, but I was like, I already got one. I'm going to focus on this. Yeah. All right. So let's go in order. I guess we can go in order, numerical order. So the oldest one first, I guess.
There you go.
ASM 22. This is actually really good. First Princess Python. It's actually not bad. I think it's 4 or 5 roughly. I take it all day long for these older books.
Sure.
So, you know, that's a C note. First Molten Man. So hard to get this book in a good grade because it is so much black that, and it's just going to have, you know, spine number of ticks. But what's great about this copy is, although it has a bunch of spine ticks up along the top, none of them are all that deep.
Yeah, as I said, it's pretty clean.
Yeah, so
that looks really clean.
Very happy with that here. First appearance and origin of Molten Man. This guy had it pegged at about a 4 or 5, and wow, We did not pay anywhere near that price. We paid about $120, 125.
Mm-hmm.
Shh. And this one, issue number 52, the third appearance of Kingpin. So pick up 3 sub 100 books, to all that present very well, to add to the sub 100 ASM run.
Now, do you have that issue? And I can't remember the number, Rob, to save my life, but it's where, like, you know, Spider-Man's buried and he's trying to pick up the rubble underneath of him, and it kind of looks like that cover right there with all the water dripping down over him. I want to say it was.
Oh,
you know which one I'm talking about?
I think I do, and I think I just got that book.
Oh, okay.
That's. Hold on. Wait a minute. I want to say it's like 28 or something.
Yeah, my buddy bought that at a con a couple years ago. That was his big purchase before the end of the day. We were almost out of time, and I was like, "Look, you need to pull the trigger or not." But
this might not be it. It was 18. He's hiding under some rubble and stuff, but that's probably not the one you're.
No, that's not the one. I think it's in the 40s, actually.
All right. Well, I don't know, off the top of my head. All right, last book I grabbed. This is a rough book. It might be rougher than the. It's complete, and the cover is attached-ish. But it still might be rougher than that Batman Poison Ivy book. But I couldn't resist the artwork on this cover. So this is Batman issue number 43. So we're talking Golden Age Batman. And we have Batman fighting the Penguin on a pirate ship. But I mean, it is, this is straight up brown, brittle paper inside that book. There's tape on this cover, and this cover is got lost a lot along this edge. It is not obviously a high quality book. This is at most, if you're lucky, a 1.0, maybe a 1.5, but I doubt you'd get the 1.5 out of it. But I just love the artwork. It was so awesome. Oh, that is awesome, and it presents amazingly. The focus there is still pretty good. I don't know. Maybe this is a book I might see about having it restored some. I don't know what they could do.
Send it to Jerry the Jitterbug. Yeah.
It may be one of those things where it is what it is.
It might. You know what? Yeah, man, you might be right. It might be 33. I gotta look. It's driving me nuts now.
But
I'm sure you got it.
Yes, look at that, Batman fighting. Yeah, I might deal with a purple label on it. I really might, just because I don't care. It just looks awesome. But so Batman 43, some sub 100 ASMs. Got our Harvey Comics, the frickin' B-Man, our Spyman, the Phantom.
Yeah. You're right, Eric. It is 33, Rob.
33?
Yeah, it's issue 33.
All right. Do I have 33? The survey says I do not.
Yeah, it's the first issue where Spider-Man displays his incredible strength, because he picks up all that rubble like the kid did in the movie. I mean, they kind of played right off of that.
No, I have 25, 26, 27, 34, 35, 36. So that's in that
Rob, come on, 33, baby.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's only money, right?
It's only money. I mean, that was his big purchase. I mean, I think he paid like I want to say he paid like $350 for it, and it was in. I think he overpaid himself, but yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it was like that's why it's like you saw the book. I'm like looking at it, I could see how rough it is, but at the same time, you look at it, you go, damn, that is just so. Sometimes it doesn't matter, and it just it comes down to okay, well, if it was obviously if it was in better condition, the thing would probably cost me, being issue number 43, it probably should cost me frickin' $1,000 or something.
Right.
But instead,
and are you ever going to get the opportunity to see it again?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I mean, that was like this. I was like,
right.
You know what? It presents well enough, and that to be able to have it and throw it up there stuff for $35.
Yeah, you can't walk away from that.
Yeah, I couldn't. It's like just another one. I can't leave that for somebody else to get. That's not fair. Yeah.
Well, there were some great pulls.
Oh, so yeah, it was fun. A lot of fun.
Was there a decent crowd?
It was definitely a bigger crowd than what the pictures show for Silicon.
Yeah.
And Sam, I talked to Sam De La Rosa while he was doing a remark for me on stuff, and he was super chill. The line was short. It was moving. Him and Frank Joe there, and then there was a bunch of other artists that were there that I talked to a couple of them, and I'd start to talk about maybe getting a sketch cover or something done, but then they had like 5 or 6 already stacked up, and I'm all, I don't know I want to sit around all afternoon for it, because it wasn't that big of a con. It's like in a ballroom of a hotel. So
gotcha.
You after you circle around it once, twice, 3, 4 times, you go, okay, I think I've seen about what I want to see, since I don't plan on, a lot of the booths that had dollar bins, also they had them down on the floor. So that meant you'd had to like get down on the floor against these tables, digging through these dollar bins while everybody else is standing around, reaching over you, trying to get into the other bins. And it's like, man.
Yeah, I don't like doing that either. Mm-mm. Yeah. They have a little small one up where I live here, and some guys do that. I'm like, I'm just going to leave them down there.
No, I'm just going to talk for a second. I'm just going to keep on. I'm just going to swing some of these back through here again for some of the folks that may have come in a little bit later here.
There you go.
It's like the kaleidoscope of books.
I like that Molten Man one. That one's clean. I like that one too.
Yeah,
I like that
this Riddler book is great. I like
good.
This one. That second Silver Appearance of Riddler. Of course, just nothing special with this book. Just a clean older Batman book for my run. Of course, hey buddy, need a one more day.
Hey, Chop.
I almost want to take keep one of these ones, maybe this one that's really rough, and I might like, just to prove my disdain for this story and what it did to MJ Peters relationship, I may just have to freaking whack hack this freaking book.
There you go. Send it to Tyler. He'll do it for you.
I'm gonna send nobody. I want to enjoy whack hacking the crap out of it myself.
There you go.
So J. Scott Campbell, issue 500 there. How you doing there, Hidden Gem? What? Oh, what a set of legs. They go all the way to the ground. And of course, when we get that 50 cents New Mutants.
Yeah, I bet you they get mad at that, but then, that's them not checking their stock. I mean, that's what that was.
The Addams Family.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are they doing a new movie of that?
No. What they're doing is, so Tim Burton is involved in a new series that's based on the Addams Family, that focuses on Wednesday when she's going off to college and something, and having to like be an Addams and like going to a public university or something.
Right.
Wackiness ensues. Voila. $7. $7 for Alpha Flight #1.
I would have never thought that book would even get that high. I really wouldn't have. I mean, at one point, I know I had at least 4 of them, and I handed them out to different people. You almost got the whole set of that.
Yeah.
I mean, you should just found number 8 and the rest of them and just pulled the trigger.
I have 2 copies of number 8 already. They're both triple signed.
Well, there you go.
Because of course they are. And I have 2 copies of issue 3 already. Both a trade and the direct and the newsstand. This was, despite it all, this is one of the cheapest books I picked up, but this is still one of my favorites. I love this cover. This mystery in space. There's just so much going on. It's so much love.
Mystery into space. And
of course, the original X-Men. So that's it, guys. Thanks for popping in and watching me, give me a chance to share some of this freaking amazing, crazy stuff I picked up at San Jose Con.
Tyler, look, there's Nick's hand right there. Show him Nick's hand.
Yeah, look, this is like the freaking Spyman hand. It's like, tells you he's got an X-ray finger and a blaster and a recording finger. And we hold it steady here.
Yeah, Joe, don't even make a finger if it's not going to have a blaster, dude. Come on.
Camera, magnet. It's like the blueprint.
There you go. He can just like pop it off, pop it
interchangeable.
back on.
Interchangeable.
There you go.
So yeah, that's it, guys. I had a blast, man. I picked these. Now, I had to do it here at this one because this one's easy to get back to. I go to C2E2. I can't. I end up with all these books. I have to fucking ship them and everything else.
Well, that's true. That's true.
I mean, although Taylor, maybe one of the local guys like Chip or Taylor will be willing to help out on that front if I really find big piles up. But I'll be a little more selective when I'm there. So that's the nice thing about this con was, there was a lot of pent up demand for one, and the
James
stink finger. Does that count?
Stink finger.
Chocolate covered pretzel. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, so I mean, it's like that's just a, there's a pent up demand for it. It was so great, and $20 to get in for the VIP. It's $10 was all it was, to get into the con.
Right.
It was while I was there, I was talking to the guy who runs the whole con,
Sure.
and because I was talking to him. He was also doing the witnessing for the CBCS witness table. So when he was witnessing my Sam De La Rosa sketch cover and my remark stuff, we were talking. And he said, that they're definitely this is going to be a reoccurring thing that they're definitely doing, and but it's going to be just. There's a couple booths that had some toys, but I mean, it was 95% comics, and that's just what we want.
That's what you want. And you know what's funny, Rob, is they had Awesome Con down in DC, and so many people that live in this area went to it. I've never been to it, but I heard that it had gotten away from what it originally had been, which was comics. And all of them that went said they had 6 comic vendors, and that's it. And Awesome Con is huge. Huge.
That's what happened with the original Silicon Valley Comic Con, which the funny thing was this guy says that he used to be he told me he used to be part owner when they started the Silicon Valley Comic Con. Right. And then it kind of became, Woz was involving, and it was like, okay, we're Silicon Valley, so we're going to do a little bit of this tech stuff. And so it was always a kind of a little bit of a hybrid geek tech fair. But there was still initially a lot of comics. and each year it slowly just seemed to get a little bit less and a little
Right.
bit less. And the last year I was there, it was like, you know, one of the rows was vendors of comics, and everything else was everything else,
Right.
T-shirts and gaming and
Right.
Funko Pops and blah 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 blah. But to the point where this year, when you looked at the list, there was like no real comic book creators
Right.
attending that event. And when you looked at and it was like I said, the pictures I've seen that have been posted on social media were all staged on the official account, were
Right.
staged in such a way that you could never see the crowd.
Right. That nobody was there.
And the pictures I've seen that have been posted by other people were very Spartan with people, including, like I said, the worst was poor Lou Ferrigno sitting at a table with 0 people anywhere around him other than the person who's supposed to be managing the crowd.
Man, that's sad. I mean, so, I'll pass on to say I'm the same way. I like to go to cons that actually have books in them. I don't mind all the other stuff. You know, I mean, I went to Steel City Con. That was it's kind of gotten the same way, but they still have a fair. I'd say they, for the size of it, which isn't that big, they have a fair amount of comics.
Well. All right. Well, hey, Jim, thanks for hopping on and hanging out, and everybody else who popped in the chat. Thanks for hanging out and checking out my scores. I'd give Rob's left leg to meet Lou in person. Well, there's no waiting at Silicon Valley Con, so all you have to do is get there.
There you go.
Everybody, thanks for coming on in and watching me plow through all these books. Now I get to do the next fun thing, which is inventorying them and rebagging and boarding them all and pulling them, put them into boxes and all that other fun stuff.
There you go.
Oh, I actually got a T-shirt out of it.
There you go.
San Jose Con.
Is that part of your $20 package?
It was. That's what I got for as a VIP member. Or a VIP badge holder. I got a T-shirt. There was a print. If you were into prints, it was a Silver Surfer print. It was okay.
I like prints.
It was okay, and I saw a lot of people that were going around and getting all the artists to sign their print and whatnot. It was just something else to hold on to and carry, so I passed on that. But the big thing really was getting the 30 minutes in the con before
everyone else,
before the commoners,
right?
The common folk. All right, guys.
All right.
I appreciate you all coming on out. Jim, until I see you next time, brother. Take it easy. I have an outro somewhere. Where is my outro? So many different things loaded here in my thing. Maybe this one.